Hello, welcome back to the ministry. The Lord gave me this word and I wanted to share it with you. He gave it to me a couple of days ago, but He gave me a little bit of wisdom in relation to it today. And I wanted to release this today. The Lord showed me this. When it comes down to our kingdom marriages, God has positioned us that I did not understand this. I've been seeing it spiritually, but I didn't quite gather it. Every time I seen my God ordained spouse, the past, I'll say year, he was beneath me. What do I mean by beneath me? He was coming up a set of stairs, meaning he was below me in the building and had to come up a set of stairs, not just once, not just twice. There was several times. And in the past few years, I've dreamt of this man. He's had to come up a hill. He's had to come up he'd had to come up something to get to where I was. I didn't quite understand it, but I get it. He was spiritually below me. Even in one of the dreams I had, I was standing on a staircase above him, where the way that the staircase was positioned, it was a six-step staircase that, because of where I was standing at the top of the staircase, he was literally at my waist level, that he had to come up the 6 steps to be at his natural height. Your God-ordained spouse, or some people's God-ordained spouse, is actually spiritually at a level below the level in which you are, which gives you the understanding that you are spiritually above your spouse. But they may be physically, catch what I'm putting down here, they may be in a physical position that is above where you are, meaning their status, their financial status, their position, where they are called, the position that they are standing in. It says in Luke 7:27 that God will send a messenger before you. Your God-ordained spouse was sent before you into the places, spaces, and territories that you are supposed to go into. He was positioned, exalted, and he was to wait for you there. And they are positioned in a physically higher place than you. Because when the time comes for them to come into contact with you, they will physically be able to lift you from where you are to where God needs you to be. But you, in the spirit, have lifted them spiritually from where they were to where they're supposed to be. But they had to physically, just like you did, go through, just like you went through physical warfare because of the spiritual battles that you were experiencing. They had to go through spiritual warfare due to the spiritual battles that they were facing because of what you were breaking in the spirit. They had to get in that place in the spirit realm in order to mature to a level to be able to reach the place of maturity where you, to the contrary, had to physically go through a level of a boot camp in order to physically be able to handle or maintain the level that God's about to place you when He assigns and aligns you with your God ordained spouse. You will be exalted to meet in the physical the spiritual manifestation of what is. That, as it says in Matthew 6, in the Lord's Prayer, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now, many like to say that marriage is not in the spirit, but it must manifest in the spirit in order to be in the natural. Now, when you go into heaven, you may not be married. But spiritually, in order for the manifestation to reach earth, you had to become spiritually married to this individual before you could become physically married to this individual. For the physical manifestation of God's will to transpire. You understand what I'm saying? Same goes for them, that they spiritually had to come up higher to the level that the Lord may have shown you and even them that they would come to in order to come to the fullness of the manifestation of what they're called to be and where they're called to come to in order for the manifestation of God's will on their life. You following me? You picking up what I'm putting that? You picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So God is about to bless you. And he may use your spouse to be your divine connection that will be the blessing that will exalt you physically, and you will be the assistant, or how many times have I called it this, technical support that will be able to assist them to their spiritual exaltation. Okay? Bringing them to the level of spiritual maturity that will bring them into the ranking and spiritual ranking of what they are called to be in the spirit. But you're assisting them in getting there. A lot of the breaking and the things that needed to be done, you did it in the spirit. Now, the Lord needs to bring the two of you together for the maturation and maturity of the merger. How many times I had to say this? God is bringing you together for the merger of his will so that what's been going on in the spirit can be now manifested in the earth. The past week, I will say this. I have been suffering with the weirdest pain in my gut. But I have now come to the realization, I've realized it early on, that what I was going through in the natural was I was working on something that was a spiritual baby that the Lord wanted me to birth. And the pain that I have been feeling in my gut is the equivalent to what I believe a woman feels after she's given birth to an actual child. That she feels a level of tenderness in her stomach. That's the exact feeling that I have been feeling for the past week and a half. God is birthing these things into manifestation now, and you are going to see the physical manifestation of what's been going on in the spirit. Hear me what I'm telling you. So get ready, because there is about to be a manifestation of the things of God unlike you've never seen. And these marriages, if they have not manifested for you yet, get ready. It's en route to you. So this is Taj McCameron for LFPB Ministries. Until next time, bye-bye.